guys, Stevewolbach, your friendly public adjuster. This is going to be a fairly brief. I wanted to just throw some information out, food for thought, as they say, the proverbial food for thought. Homeowners should be very concerned what type of policy they have. It's very important that that policy protects them to the fullest extent. Everything that's inside their home, the construction, the different belongings, things that are outside their home that is still known as personal property. All these things, the typical homeowner takes for granted that they have coverage and that they will be treated fairly in the event something should happen and there is damage caused. Creating a loss. I have first-hand experience to say that can't be further from the truth. I believe the reason why so many homeowners are, I don't want to use the term gullible, but that have a lackadaisical attitude towards the level of coverage that is contained within their policy is because the insurance companies do such a great job of marketing themselves and marketing insurance in general. And you know what one company does, it stands to reason that they all will fall in suit and do these types of things too. It's just a matter of how much do I pay as a premium year after year, my annual premium. But I need to tell you folks that advertising, the marketing that insurance companies use, the techniques, are nothing but smoke and mirrors. It has been my experience, and I can say this because I have been involved with numerous claims, and I have been with colleagues with their own claims where these things go on. And I tell you, it's not a fun situation. The amount of, I don't want to say misrepresentation, but the amount of lack of representation of protecting you is, it's devastating. You can't, it's mind-boggling how little some policies really cover you, or how they're represented that they cover you for so much more when they really don't. You know, there are key words that a homeowner, when you talk to the insurance company, should not use. There are things that if you have questions, you should not call your insurance company to ask them. Now you say, well, Steve, you don't make any sense. What are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is that on most occasions, when you call the insurance company to discuss an issue with them, be a simple question or what have you, they log down a claim in your record. Now, it's a minor claim, but nonetheless, it's a claim. I've had several accounts where homeowners will tell me they've called up to ask a general question about something, and later on in the policy's life, it's had a situation, it's come back to haunt them, and they're told that they've had several claims and that possibly they've been dropped. And that's another thing. People are so deathly afraid that I'm going to be dropped if I file a claim. Why would you feel that way? I mean, think about that. Your insurance carrier is supposed to be a friend to you, right? And if they are, when you have damage, then they want to be there for you, don't they? You know what I suspect, and I have a colleague of mine that talks about this every once in a while, that the homeowner consciously always wants to, excuse me, boy, I don't know why I've got that, constantly wants to put the insurance company in a very positive light, where subconsciously they have it that I better not do certain things because they'll it will create an adverse effect. Something bad will happen to me from the insurance company. Well, again, I'm repeating myself now, but then that's not somebody that's your friend. That's not somebody that I would think you would want to do business with. So why do you do that? If you shop around, and because you see the insurance carrier advertises all the time on TV, and because they have a low rate, and you decide to go with them, what does that say about what type of coverage you really have? That just because somebody advertises on TV does not make them a good company, or does not mean that the policy that you've just been given, that's been written for you, is going to protect you to its fullest. One thing has nothing to do with the other. Seeing a company on TV is purely a marketing campaign. This is letting people be the homeowner, the consumer, right? Making you aware of goods and services being provided by a certain carrier. Has nothing to do with the level of protection you would get, or the level of their concern and ease of dealing with, or how proficient they are when you have to deal with them. Unrelated issues. Important issues, but the one has nothing to do with the other. All this is advertising is what? Advertising is to bring business in. That's what they do. And what do you think? They're going to come in and tell you that, look, sometimes if you have a claim and you call us up, well, number one, we're going to list you now, file a claim against you. Number two, we're going to do everything we can so that we don't have to pay it. And number three, we're going to be very responsive. You'll probably have to call us several times to try to get a response back to us. That's what my experience has been. Now, I'm not saying every single claim goes this way. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is the super high percentage that this is how they go, of one of those scenarios I just gave you, okay? If not all of them. So the whole point is, if there's somebody that's out there saying that I'm helping you, I'm on your side, let me help you, why wouldn't you take them up on it? Why would you not get some help in this area? That's what we do. Public adjusters are here to advise and assist. When there is no claim, or when there is a claim, we are there to help you. And yes, at the end, when there is what's known as a settlement, the insurance company cuts a check, we do get a fee from that check. I will not kid you. I will not mix and send you any mixed messages. But what I am saying is that, well, I mean, I'm providing a service to you. Do I not deserve to be compensated for it? I mean, you paid a premium for a policy. Should you not have a policy that will properly protect you? You should, but that doesn't mean you do. And we see so often you don't have one that's properly protecting you. But the point is, I won't hide the fact that, yes, if I help you with a claim and you get a nice settlement, I expect to be compensated for that. Absolutely. Because after all, it was my efforts that built that level up to that settlement value. We should be compensated. But I will also say, if we represent you and we go back and forth with the insurance company and there is no settlement, we get nothing. We don't turn to you and say, hey, you know, I worked really hard for you. I expect to be paid something. I have to be compensated for my time. No, it doesn't work that way. Public adjusters work on a contingency fee basis. We get paid on our performance. And if we don't perform, then we don't get paid. Real simple. Guys, I hope that made some sense. I hope that I've opened your eyes a little bit wider than what they are currently. I hope I've given you some food for thought. Think about what I just said. Everything that I talked about there. If you liked what you heard, would you give me one of these? Would you please share this? Perhaps you know someone that could really benefit from listening to this message here today. Pass it on. Give them a chance to benefit to hear it. Please subscribe to my page. This allows me to give my message out to others. And I very much appreciate your support as I'm giving this information out to you to support you folks. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and God bless you.